Julz?
What's up?
You know how they're making a new Power Rangers movie? Well, the other day, they revealed what Rita's gonna look like.
Ooh, really? Let me see.
You sure?
Sideburns, what's the worst that could happen? I mean, sometimes I don't agree with a design all the time. However, at least I can still recognize most of our characters that are put on the big screen. But come on, let me see.
You're gonna wish you hadn't said that.
Are you sure that's not Poison Ivy?
No.
Are you sure that's not some new Mortal Kombat character?
Nope.
Please tell me they're just doing Jungle Fury and that's actually Camille?
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Start the video! Okay, where do I begin? Now, to be honest, I was not expecting to see the exact same design for Rita Repulsa. I was open to modernizing her look, I really was. I mean, with comic books, especially with Marvel and DC nowadays, costume changes happen. They are inevitable these days, but at least they retain the classic look of these characters to some extent. At least you could recognize them. But this new look for Rita? I mean, I'm not in deep-seated hatred. I am not. But I want to make it clear that I'm more concerned and disappointed.
Objectively, I don't think there's anything wrong with this suit, but how did you get this from that? Don't get me wrong, I'm not about to go Harley Quinn on this, I'm just kinda baffled. This seems like less of a reimagining and more of just putting her in someone else's costume.
I agree, the outfit in on itself is not bad or even out of place in relation to Power Rangers. In fact, it'd probably look great for the next season villain. But Rita? If you show this image to anyone without any context whatsoever and ask them who this is, what do you think their response would be?
Poison Ivy, Enchantress, Gender Swap Reptile, Loki, Trakina, Camille, freaking Scorpina! But Rita? If you hadn't told me, I would never have ever guessed that was meant to be Rita Repulsa.
You know, I hate to be cynical and all, however, I'm starting to doubt that the director, Dean Israelite, is even a fan of the series. If he is, then he should not care if the movie looks cheesy or kiddie. Most Power Ranger fans are secure enough in themselves that they do not care if they're watching a kids franchise, which can be said about a lot of comic book and anime fans.
And we're at a point where nerd culture is completely dominating pop culture. Fans will routinely flip out over something as small as how many toes a Ninja Turtle has. What makes you think that changing something to this degree is going to end well? Well, they probably figured out that we would complain no matter what, so, you know, they just went full steam ahead.
And if you want a proper example of a good outfit redesign, then look at Captain Marvel.
Marvel's Captain Marvel. Come on! Carol Danvers!
Carol's new outfit looks nothing like her previous one, but it does have the color scheme of the previous Captain Marvel, and it fits with her character. She's from the Air Force, and her outfit looks very military-esque.
But with this? Alien Empress? Yeah, I'll believe that. Wicked Witch? No. I don't mind making Rita sexy, though keep in mind she did live in a trash can for 10,000 years, but could she maybe look literally anything like she did on the show? Literally? At all? At least give her the headband or the frilly collar shoulder thing.
Again, you can still modernize the outfit and still retain her classic look. You could slim down the dress and make it less poofy, make her collar smaller, or even make her hair cones smaller, or even take out the big hair cones and just make sure that her hair is white.
If you couldn't find a way to make... That was her hair?!
You seriously did not know that those cones were her hair? Man, I'm a nerd.
If you couldn't find a way to adapt Rita how she was, why not just do the film with Lord Zed? I loved Rita, but of the two, Zed is the fan favorite.
It'd make sense if you wanted a darker take on Power Rangers, even though there are several seasons of the show that are out there that even adults can enjoy.
At least it's colorful. We can't complain about that. You know we would have.
I do get why she's like this. Seems like they're trying to connect her new look to the whole Green Ranger stuff, which does sound genuinely interesting. Maybe she could have been experimenting with the green power coin and is trying to make a new Green Ranger, or she was the previous Green Ranger and maybe after a fight with Zordon she lost her powers, then she decided to take up the dark arts and that's how she became the evil sorceress we know and love.
Hold on, if she was the previous Green Ranger and she lost that power, how does she still have the power coin? Isn't that how she turned Tommy into the Green Ranger in the show?
Oh, dang, right. Well, at least let her be crazy. Elizabeth Banks does well when she's crazy. If she's not crazy, then I renounce this Mortal Kombat reject. This design, on its own, again, looks good, but as Rita, no, I'm sorry.
Now obviously, it is pretty early, so a lot of this is speculation, and we are making some pretty huge assumptions here, so we are open to being proven wrong. In fact, please do so. Please. Please.
For all we know, this could just be the first draft of the outfit. It could change down the line, though unlikely. And also, it's shown that she has another outfit, although is anyone getting a Xena Warrior vibe? But who knows, maybe Elizabeth Banks will be so good that we don't care what she's wearing. Just make sure she's crazy.
But until we see a trailer and we get a preview of how Elizabeth Banks is actually going to be like in the role, how her acting is, or what even the tone of the entire film is going to be like, we can't really say much.
We'll have to wait and see. Besides, it's a standalone film, it's unrelated to the series, just like the first movie.
However, the movie is supposed to come out next year, and yet all we have so far is the official cast, the logo, and Readamite here, so you can forgive our lack of confidence in the film so far. I mean, of all characters, they show Rita first? Why? Shouldn't the Ranger suits take priority? Was this a test? What? What did you do to the Ranger suits? But for now, that's all the time we have. I'm back here with the Sideburns.
And I'm Julz Chan. And by the power and force of lightning, make our subscriber counts grow!